Hello, my lovely Geminis. I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'll be doing your general monthly reading for the month of April 2019. Keep in mind that time is fluid, so whenever you watch this, it might pertain to your situation. I'm just going to go over some generalized crap that I always go over, and then I'll dive right into your reading. I'm already feeling a little, I don't know if it's nervous or just anxiety, it could be stress, but I feel like there's a problem that I can't solve, or I just feel kind of lost. But anyways, the general mumbo jumbo, this is a general reading. It is not a personal reading. This reading will not apply to every single Gemini. That is impossible. I am reading for a lot of you. I wish I could pull your exact story or your energy at all, because sometimes it will not resonate. And if it doesn't, just throw it out. Take what resonates and just get rid of the rest. I had someone go off on me in another reading saying how wrong I am because her life is so perfect and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's wonderful that your life is amazing, but what gives you the right to poo-poo on what I had to say? It's not your story. It's a general reading, and it did resonate with other people, so I know it was for someone. So just keep that in mind. If you want a personal reading, hit me up. My email's in the box below. I will definitely give you that information. You can also go to my community tab. The information is there. It's on my website, but it's not accurate on my website, so I'd avoid that at the moment. I need to get everything all situated. I just haven't been feeling that great, so I have been a little lax on readings and updating things, trying to figure out what's going on with me. So yeah, there's that. I'd like to thank everybody who has purchased a personal reading. It means a lot to me, especially right now, because I did lose my day job, so every penny counts, and you guys have been awesome, and I've gotten amazing feedback with that. You're so supportive. Thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel. Usually, most of the proceeds, I should say, go back into my channel. I like to change the setup, get new cards, and I'm kind of obsessed with buying tarot decks, so that's a little, yeah. I haven't bought any new ones lately, but I have a few that I have in mind. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for the beginning. So your overall energy, like I said before, is I feel like there's a problem that you just can't solve, which is crazy because Geminis, or air signs in general, I should say, usually are very analytical. You guys overthink things, and it's almost like you look at a situation and you see every angle of it so that you can figure out a solution in the best way possible. I just kind of feel stuck. So I guess for a lot of you, it's like you're able to help other people through things, and get them to see a different perspective and how to get out of a sticky situation, whether it's in love, money, whatever. But when it's your own, when it's like personal, you have, let me fix this, hold on. I didn't even look at my camera to see where it was at, what the hell's going on, but whatever. Anyways, it's almost like when it's too close to home, when it's your own personal issue, you have a really hard time seeing things for what they really are. And it's not that you don't see it the way that it is, it's you almost don't want to believe it. And I think a lot of people feel that way, especially in upsetting situations. Like if you're in a relationship, a bad relationship, bad marriage, commitment, whatever, it's easier to tell someone, oh, just leave. But when it actually comes down to it, there's a lot of factors. I mean, you could have children, there could be children involved, assets, finances, all that stuff. Like, it all goes through your head, like, can I do this on my own? Is the other person going to retaliate? It all depends on what the relationship is like. So that's why I say easier said than done. So I feel like whoever I am reading for and this energy I'm picking up on, you kind of are in that stuck, stressed out energy, trying to find a solution to this problem. It could be in a career, but I'm really feeling relationship here. So you could be struggling in both areas, because if you're emotionally unstable, and having a difficult time processing what's going on in your current environment. It can affect you, you know, in all areas of your life, especially when you're just like, ugh, when will this end? I feel like I'm in a nightmare that I just can't wake up from. It's almost like you slowly saw it coming and you're just like, oh, I can't stand it anymore. So with that, we have strategy and the garden and the gate, but they are both in reverse. So this card 21 breaks down to a 3, and then 30 breaks down to a 3. So 3s are, I think Libra had 3s. They seem to be very prevalent at this time. The shit could have hit the fan in March, the 3rd month, or 3 weeks ago, 3 days ago. 3 could just be a significant number. Maybe you were together for 3 years. Maybe you worked for a company for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, whatever. 3 just might be important to you. I get a sense that, like I said, with strategy, you guys are planners. You really think things through. You overthink things until you pretty much kill it in your head. You know what I mean? And you're at the point where you're like, I don't know what to do. So it's like you feel like you're out of your element for whoever I'm talking to. You can't seem to find the light in the dark room, even though if you just felt around the wall, you could flick the switch and the light would come on. You know what I mean? It's almost like the answer is so simple, but yet you're making it more complicated, more convoluted than it really is. Not saying that there's not outside factors or other factors that could make leaving a situation difficult, because like I said, easier said than done. But I feel like if you just stay positive, or as positive as you can, and rely on faith and those close to you, because I feel like you could have a close friend or friends, whether they're family members or coworkers or just a friend, who you do confide in or can confide in, that you trust, who will help you with this situation, who will give you the advice that you're overlooking. I guess, like, they can fill in the dark spots. They're the light in your dark room, you know what I mean? So I do feel like there's help there. And then with the garden and the gate being reversed, this is really good, because in the upright means you're kind of stuck in the garden. You're not really seeing things the way for what they are, or the way that you should see them. And in the reverse, this is saying that you're opening the doors to this gate, like you were trying to get out of this stuck energy, and you finally had some sort of epiphany, some sort of a aha moment, like, I deserve better than whatever the situation is. I know what direction I need to go in. I know what I want. I just need to implement this plan. And the plan isn't really working at this time. Like, you're still in the gathering phases, I guess you could say. But I feel like you're going to get out of whatever mess you're in. It could take 3 weeks, 3 months. I don't think it'll take 3 years. But I get a sense that you're fed up. A lot of you are just fed up with a situation, with a person, place, or thing. You're like, I can't fucking do it anymore. I can't handle this. Like, you drive me crazy, kind of thing. I don't want to keep subjecting myself or my children, if there are any involved, to this lifestyle, to these circumstances, to whatever's going on, because I think a lot of Geminis could be dealing or feeling kind of trapped within a relationship, but you all are experiencing different scenarios. So some of you could be in an abusive relationship, whether it's physically, verbally, emotionally. Others of you could just, like, that person could be very controlling. Others of you could be relying on your partner or spouse for financial stability, and you don't know how you're going to do it on your own, because you know that they're going to fight you tooth and nail for assets and money and whatever, and you're like, I don't want to be without. I don't want you to take what I have, kind of thing. Some of you aren't working, some of you are. Some of you are the breadwinner, and you know, you might have to pay child support, or there could be a custody battle that you fear. Hasn't happened yet because you're still with the person, but you fear having to put your children through that type of turmoil and chaos and confusion, because you are a good parent and you don't want them to have to deal with adult matters, you know. There's a whole bunch of different scenarios, but I really feel like I feel stuck, ultimately. So I picked some little cards. These are not for the actual spread. They're just kind of, sometimes the message can go in with the spread at all, can connect, and other times this is one message, this is another, and then this is another. So we'll just kind of see how they play off from each other. But right now we have the High Priestess. So this is listening to your intuition. You have the answers that you need. Like I said, I just feel like you're overthinking them. You're like thinking them to death kind of thing. You know you don't want to be where you're at. You know what you want. You know who you love, who you don't love. You're very smart, Gemini. You're just turning off the spiritual side of yourself because you feel stuck. You feel there's a fear here. You fear the unknown, even though it's not really that unknown. I don't know how to explain it. But you're being guided spiritually, especially. It says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. And I really feel like a lot of you, at least for who I'm reading for, there could be different stages of you. Some of you are in the planning phase or trying to, and others of you have been sitting in that for a while, and others of you have made the choice and you're hauling ass out of the situation. But I get more of a sense that most of you are thinking of every possible avenue here, like all the what ifs. So, okay, if I take my kids and leave tonight, pack up our stuff, you know, what are the repercussions of that? What are the repercussions of this? Or, you know what I mean? You're trying to figure out every angle so that you're not surprised, so that you're always in the know. And I feel like you already know what's going to happen. And some of you could be feeling very trapped because of somebody who is very controlling. They're trying to control and manipulate the situation. And that is what is confusing you and making this a muddled mess. Not all of you. That's just for some of you. And I do know that it has to do with love. We have the Ace of Water here. That's like the Ace of Cups. It says falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So some of you are trying to get into a new home. Like you're afraid of what direction to go in because you don't know if you're going to have the stability to pay your own bills by yourself. You don't know where to go. Maybe you don't have someone to move in with. Maybe you don't want your soon-to-be ex-partner or spouse to know where you're going to move to. There could be a lot of factors here, so you're trying to figure out where to go, especially if there's children involved. It could be even more convoluted, more complicated. If any of you, try to rekindle romance within your current relationship, if you're resonating with what I've already said, I feel like it's a delay. You're doing it on purpose. This is a strategic plan so that it's easier for you to quote unquote escape. And I know I don't want to say escape because there are literally people, women, men, whatever, who have to sneak away from situations because they are with an abuser. But if you're just with someone you can't stand anymore, maybe you don't like their habits, their lifestyle, the way they do things, whatever, you've just outgrown each other. It doesn't matter what the reason is. I feel like you could be pretending to care more than you really do just to buy yourself some time. Because patience is needed in this situation, especially if there's children involved. And you're biding time for an ending with the world. It says completions, end of cycles. It says a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So I feel like you're going to be figuring out things, the answers to your questions. Like maybe you're just running off from your intuition right now, and you're going to get that concrete evidence. You're going to see those text messages if you thought your spouse was cheating. Or their adult, I don't know, their side piece, whatever you want to call them, male, female, doesn't matter, will contact you, or you're going to catch them doing drugs, or they're an alcoholic. I don't know, whatever it is, you're going to find out this information, and it's going to be like the last nail in the coffin, and you're just going to close it shut and be like, okay, yep, I'm out. I've already planned this. I have everything in order. And even if you don't, some of you might just say, fuck it, I've had enough, and just run off of pure faith and just love yourself enough to trust in the unknown, to have faith that it will work out, that, you know, you're a good person and you deserve to be happy, whether you're single and happy or with somebody and happy. And this can pertain to work too. There could be, you know, people doing shady shit behind your back at a company, and you're like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm sick of the backstabbing. I'm sick of this catty behavior. I feel like I can never win. And you know, and you have that gut feeling that people are against you. So you don't want to be there anymore. You could be lining up another job. Or you could just say, screw it, I don't care. I will see what happens, and I can't take this anymore, kind of thing. Excuse me. It all depends on your situation. But like I said, I really feel love here, relationship. And then we have the Ten of Water, which hopefully you can see it with the glare. It's like the Ten of Cups. So this is emotional fulfillment. Could be a relationship, marriage, just long-term commitment. Doesn't have to be marriage. It says a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material need. Oh my God, I can't talk. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. So I feel like this trustworthy person. Oh my God, I cannot talk. This trustworthy person in your life, that friend I was talking about, or coworker, family member, whatever, I feel like they're going to help you. Or you might meet somebody that kind of lights a spark in your soul where you're like, oh, you know, this is the relationship I've been waiting for. This is the person I want. This is what I want. And they might help you get out of this situation. It will be different for each and every one of you. But I get a sense that you're going to feel this sense of relief. Like, oh my God, finally I can breathe. I'm not stuck anymore. I feel like this is you being content with yourself, with the way things are working out after this ending. I feel like there's going to be a huge weight off your shoulders. Also look into the colors blue and purple, because you got a lot of blue and purple going on. And then we have the Ace of Fire, which is like the Ace of Wands. This is that new, passionate, creative start. So this could be, like, if this is happening in your career and you're dealing with those asshole co-workers, or you just have a dick for a boss, whatever. This could be you going out on your own, starting your own business, or you just found a new job. Maybe you had been sending out your resume and applications before you even quit this job, or walked off, or got fired, or whatever, and you get callbacks now. You could be working 2 jobs. You could be doing something that's a hobby of yours and doing something else to make money so that you don't have to rely on anybody else. But ultimately, especially in love, this is just a new beginning, and it's a very emotionally fulfilling new beginning. This is what you wanted. This is what you've been waiting for, and I feel like you're going to put all your time, energy, and effort into whatever this new endeavor is, whether it's a relationship, somebody new, a new job, or just a new environment. Some of you could just be packing your bags and going somewhere you've never been before, where nobody knows your name, kind of thing, like clean slating it. So this could be that clean slate, and I feel like a lot of you are really fighting for that. You're really thinking about that because you don't want to be stuck. So I do see an end of that stuck energy, which is really great. So it says, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So this is also that decision, like I said, to move away from this person, place, or thing, to get out of that nasty relationship, to just put your foot down and say what you want and do what you need. You know what I mean? I'm getting a text message, so I'm going to have to put you on pause real quick. You'll feel like a second. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm back. Yep, I am. All right. Anywho, I'm sure she'll text me again, but we'll try to get through this. So, at the bottom of the deck right now, we have the Four of Wands reversed. So this is pretty much the end of a relationship. You're not celebrating. You're not coming together with anybody. You don't feel stable. So this is an unstable situation. If it's not a relationship, then it is your career and it's not stable, or you just don't feel emotionally or financially stable at this time, especially with what's going on. And then we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So this is somebody wanting to come back into your life or wanting you to come back. So for those of you who have actually ended a relationship, could be with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male, female, doesn't matter with the Queen of Wands here. You could fear that they're just going to want you back, but you do not want to start over with this person. So, yeah, you don't want to. You've already relieved the stress with the Nine of Swords reversed. You've gotten out of this nightmare. You're getting what you want now. You don't want to go back to this person. You don't want them to come after you, anything like that. And for those of you who have not left yet, I get a sense that you're getting ready to, and you definitely don't want this person to try to sucker you back in any way, shape, or form. And for ex-partners, if this scenario has already played out a while ago, that ex might be trying to come back. They could have contacted you, and if they did, you don't want any part of it. So the central energy is strength. Could be dealing with a Leo. I did say a fire sign, so, or you could have Leo in your chart. But this is just staying strong. It's like not giving up. It's like you're standing your ground in how you feel. Yeah, you are not emotionally fulfilled with someone from the past, or it could be your children's father or mother that you're not happy with, or they could be heavy drinkers. I did say there could be, you know, drug abuse, drinking, whatever. So addictions here, because the Nine of Cups reversed can portray that. So you could be wanting to move away from that situation, or if you yourself are a heavy drinker and it caused a lot of problems in the relationship, you're trying to keep the faith and to stay strong enough to stay sober, like not to drive yourself to drink kind of thing. I just feel like you guys are trying to stay strong, especially those of you who have children involved in this situation. And for others of you, if you have an ex coming back, or you fear that this person will just keep following you around wherever you go and keep trying to get you back, you're standing your ground and you're like, no, I don't want you here. And then we have the High Priestess. This could be secrets. You might have found out a secret, or some of you are secretly sneaking away from this person or this situation. Could be leaving a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But he doesn't show his emotions on his sleeves. Sometimes you can picture him as being emotionless, like he has no emotions. So I get it, and I don't normally look at him like that. So I feel like you guys are taking on this energy, like you have no more emotional ties to this person, because there's also the Knight of Cups in reverse, and that is either expressing negative emotions to somebody, saying how I don't love you, I don't want you, whatever. This could be manipulative communication from them to you or vice versa, but this is also expressing yourself, saying, no, I'm not interested, or just not speaking at all. I'm not interested in this offer. I do not want you back. So if you're dealing, yeah, you're very hurt by this person. It's almost like for those of you who are dealing with an ex, you do not want them to come back, period. They hurt you. You're afraid that they're going to come back, and if they do, you're just going to slam the door in their face kind of thing. And for those of you who are still in this situation, this romantic situation, I get a sense that this person could be trying to emotionally manipulate you into staying, like offering you this, offering you that, trying to butter you up into changing your mind, and you're not having any part of it because you're really hurt by whatever this secret was. It really hurt you. Let's see, what is this secret? Why is the High Priestess here? And in work situations, your coworkers, boss, or whoever could be plotting and planning against you in secret. Well, there's a Page of Wands, so this is some form of secret communication with someone younger than you or younger than your partner or ex-partner. Could also be secrets around children. If you do have children with this person, they could have told you something that you weren't supposed to know. Maybe they overheard a conversation or oversaw something that their mother or father was doing that they shouldn't have been doing, and they told you. Some people could have secret children too, like that. Somebody could have gotten somebody pregnant and the child isn't yours, kind of thing, or that could be vice versa as well. I don't feel like that one's for everyone, though. I feel like a child found something out and told you. Or you could be keeping this secret and keeping everything to yourself and staying strong for the children if they're involved. We have a Ten of Pentacles. This is a family situation. This is stability. It also could be a job. But then with the Eight of Swords reversed, that's releasing that. You don't want to be stuck in it anymore. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to be stressed about it. You don't want to be put in the middle of anything. It's almost like you just want to get the hell out of it. In the Hermit, you want to be alone. You don't want to work on whatever this is anymore. Alright, so what is Gemini's thoughts? I really feel like this is going more into a relationship versus work, but I'm going to try to read it as many ways as possible. I just heard that in a work situation, your boss could literally be trying to push you out to hire their child, but they can't really do it out of favoritism unless you're gone. So that could be for one person, because that just popped in my head. We have the Two of Wands reversed. So on your mind is a decision. Which way do I go? What do I do? But it's in the reverse, so I feel like you've already made a decision. You know what you're going to do. You're just gathering your bearings, trying to get your strength together to make this move, to move forward in a positive direction. This is supposed to happen. You're finally realizing something. So let's see why it's all happening. The World and the Eight of Wands reversed. There we go. So we have the World twice, once in the upright and now it's reversed. So this is cycles not ending. They just keep repeating over and over and over. And you want to end this cycle. You don't want to talk about it anymore. You don't want to move forward with this person or situation. You want to end this toxic cycle. And I know the devil isn't here, but I feel it is a toxic cycle. I feel like you've been dealing with this for a very long time. Whatever this situation is, and especially in love, you don't want to start over with this person. You do not want to continue forward. You don't even want to... I feel like if you guys are in a house, like your home, you got kids, whatever, even if you don't have kids, I feel like you avoid each other at all costs. Because whenever you do communicate or say anything, it always starts an argument, and it's like, why can't we just be civil to each other? What the hell? Like, there's a lot of tension. I feel so much tension. Yeah, you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for this one-upping bullshit to end. You're waiting. You just want to cut it out of your life. You don't want to argue anymore. You don't want to keep repeating these cycles, like I said, because there was something that already happened probably a long time ago, and it just keeps going back. It's almost like I see a fight, and every time you guys argue, say you're arguing over bills, money, whatever, just normal crap. Whenever you start to argue with this person, they always dredge up the past. They will go right back to one incident, like, well, remember the time you lied to me about this, or whatever. They always bring up something And it's like, really, are we talking about this again? I thought we got over that like 5 fucking years ago. Like, this person throws things in your face. Like, they hold on to it. They definitely hold a fucking grudge. I don't know if that's you or if that's them or both of you do this, but I get a sense that there is someone who, whenever they feel like they're losing or being attacked in this situation or in this argument, no matter when it happens, they always go back to, they try to turn around on you. They go back to, like, the past. Alright, so near future in this situation. The Magician. That's usually pretty good because, you know, you can manifest your dreams and things come true and everything like that. You're very powerful when you're in this stance, but in this deck, the Magician is a master manipulator. He's the salesman. He will trick you into doing what he wants you to do. So either you or your partner, or whoever is in this situation, if it's at work, is definitely going to try to manipulate the situation to benefit them. And then we have the Page of Swords with the Knight of Wands. This is very young, immature energy. So this person could be manipulating the situation, trying to get custody of the children, trying to make you look like a shitty parent. They could try to, because they feel stuck, they feel like their dirty laundry has been aired out for everyone to see, possibly online. So they could be trying to manipulate the situation because they got caught cheating as well. For some, there's a bunch of scenarios here, but I feel like something was found online. I believe I did say you could come across text messages or someone could communicate with you. So like your child could out this secret and they're trying to manipulate. They're trying to turn it around so that they're not in the spotlight, so that they're not to blame in this situation. Wow. I was going to clarify the Magician, and then these two just flew out. We have the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. Yes, they're manipulating a situation within a relationship. This is definitely love related. They could be like, you're my soulmate, I love you, I can't live without you, why do you always hurt me, I love you. Someone's going to turn this around. So either you're going to do this to them or they're going to do it to you, but I feel like somebody's trying to manipulate somebody to stay. They're saying, I'm sorry, I love you, you know, I won't do it again kind of thing, or you're the one that's hurting me. I really get a feeling that this Magician person probably really does hurt you and make you feel really shitty, but they would never own their own shit. Somebody made, either you or them made a decision. You went within, you have all the clarity you need, you got the answers you need. Someone was juggling in this situation and you're cutting it out. You're like, no, I'm done with these secrets. I don't want to resurrect this, it needs to end. So what is crossing strength? I feel like there is new beginnings coming for you, Geminis. Especially when you release yourself from this person. And like I said, I feel like it's easier said than done. Especially when you're dealing with a manipulator. And sometimes a form of manipulation can be okay, and I feel like whoever isn't the party to blame, I guess you could say, the one who isn't being deceptive and whatever, their form of manipulation or your form, whoever this is, could be out of protection. Like, because I did say that I feel like a lot of you are doing things in secret, like gathering information. You're being little detectives, and you could be manipulating the situation so that they don't know what you're doing, what you're up to, but you're ultimately doing it for the benefit of yourself and your children to get out of a bad situation. And then there's just a manipulator here who can be an a-hole. All right, so what is crossing strength is the Six of Swords. This is moving to calmer water. It could also be, you know, being a salesman, you know, starting a new business, So it could have to do with your stability. You know, obviously 2 incomes are better than 1, or maybe you are the breadwinner and your spouse or partner is afraid of letting you go because they know that they're not going to be able to live the same lifestyle. Things are going to change for them and they don't want that, but you do. Yep. But I feel like there's just like no emotion left in this. This is like almost like an emotionless relationship. You guys probably started out all hot and heavy, fun, whatever, but I feel like you guys don't even tell each other that you love each other. You don't share, you definitely aren't intimate with each other. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with, because it's very one-sided. One of you does more than the other. One of you is lazy. I'm just going to say it like that. I feel a lot of resentment here. Like, no, I don't love you. I am so fed up with your shit, is what I feel. And like I said, this is not for everybody. Take it where it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, maybe next time. All right, so how the people or person involved in this situation views you, Gemini, is death in the reverse. So this is something, you're not going to end it. They feel like you won't end this. That you're all talk. And that might be what you want them to think. They might also think that you are offering yourself up to other people, especially if you're not being intimate with them. They might be thinking that you're cheating even if you're not. Let's see, external. The other person or people in this situation for Gemini. I feel like they think you're all talk. That you really have no leg to stand on. That you can't leave anyways. That they have you wrapped around their finger regardless. This is a very toxic situation. I'm just going to say that right now. And like I said before, it's not for everyone. And if this is not your situation, you know, maybe next time I am going to do another reading for the month of April anyways. But what in the world? What was I going to say? It could also be somebody in your environment too. There we go. That's what I was going to say. So external to you is the Knight of Cups reversed and the Hermit. So this is keeping to yourself and not offering any emotion or love. So they're withholding themselves from you. Also, they feel like you're not going to end it. So it's almost like a form of emotional manipulation. They are going to withhold how they really feel, or any affection for you, to make you feel alone. Or they also could be feeling alone if you're doing this to them. They might feel like they're in this by themselves anyways. They feel single. They could also be seeing you as acting like you're single. And it might be really upsetting them because they know that you want to run out the door, that you don't want to be there anymore. You want a new beginning. Or they could just be pissed off because they feel like that you're acting foolish, or you feel this way about them. And every time you tell them how foolish they're acting, especially if they do drugs or drinking or something like that, you know, it changes your I was going to say personality, but it changes your demeanor, your attitude and everything. They could be, you know, you could be calling them out on that, or vice versa, saying, you know, you're acting like a fucking fool, and it pisses them off and causes a fight. So they just don't, they kind of drown in their sorrows. They just don't talk to you about it. Neither one of you are showing emotion to each other. All right, so let's see. What is Gemini's hope? What does Gemini hope for in this situation? Knight of Pentacles. This is that slow moving offer. You're hoping that you could, either someone's going to offer you help or you can get out slowly. Let's see, can I get one more? What is this Knight of Pentacles about? Because that's your hope. You could be hoping to at least get some of the assets or just a little bit of stability so that you can, excuse me, move forward. I keep seeing Pentacles, so I really think that you are hoping for either someone to give you, someone to help you, or that you can save just enough money to get out. What is this about? We have the Five of Cups reversed. So this is coming out of that depressed state, not feeling anxious, sad, or anything anymore. You're focusing on the future in those two cups. So I feel like you're hoping for like a knight in shining armor to come in and rescue you from the situation. You're hoping to get out of this negative mindset and to just get away from this toxic energy. Yeah. You want your happiness. You're hoping for your knight in shining armor. You don't want to be stuck in this anymore. You want to be happy. You're seeing things differently. You want someone to look at you in a loving way, in a romantic way. All right, so what does Gemini fear? You just want to be happy ultimately. You fear the Nine of Cups. I know you don't fear wish fulfillment. This can be a sense of greed. You could fear that this person won't ever let you go, that they're going to take things from you, that it's not going to be fair, that you're not going to get this, that you're not going to be happy, that your dreams, your hopes, wishes, and dreams aren't going to come true. That could be a huge fear for you. You could also fear this person that you're dealing with when they're drinking. Oh, definitely. You could fear them when they're drinking or consuming illegal substances or whatever they're doing, whatever they're addicted to. I really feel alcohol heavy here. So yeah, you could fear this person drinking too much. Like I said, I felt the devil before he even popped out. Some of you could be fearing temptation as well, like ending up back in the same situation with a different face, with a different person. Like, is this cycle going to end? Am I going to learn my lesson? Let's see the overall outcome of the situation. Whoops. Well, that one kind of wanted to go too. We have the Nine of Wands. So this is not giving up, and it's also being guarded. So I feel like in this situation, you're not going to give up until you get what you want. Whether you have to create another tower moment or keep bringing up the past or whatever, I feel like you're going to you're not going to give up. You're trying to rebuild is more of what I get here. And you're very guarded about the past. Now the Ten of Pentacles is reversed. This is not being stable. This is the end of that relationship, that commitment. And you are defending yourself because you do not love this person. You are not emotionally invested. You're standing your ground. Can I get one more for the Nine of Wands? Yeah, you are definitely standing your ground. I feel like we have a fighter on our hands, which is good because if somebody's putting you through that crap, you don't deserve that. Nobody does. Well, yep, you're not giving up. You're going after your new beginning. With the Ace of Wands, we have it twice. So that is double confirmation that you want something new in your life, that you do not want to be with this person or in this situation or at this job anymore. I really feel like it's a relationship, though. You will do anything in your power to get your Ten of Cups, to feel complete, to be happy. You're sick of the lies. You're sick of playing these games. You're sick of the drama, the cruelty, the mean words. I feel like when you guys fight, you fucking fight, man. And if there's alcohol involved, you really fight. And you guys, at least one of you or all or both of you, can get really nasty with your words. I feel, yeah, there's just so much conflict here, and it's like you just don't want to deal with it anymore. There's inner and outer conflict, there's manipulation, there's potential abuse of any kind. There's definitely substance abuse in this situation. And I feel like you're just, I feel like you're holding it in. Like you might have one friend or a couple close friends or one family member that you tell this to, but I feel like for the most part you hide your feelings and you're about ready to explode, Gemini. And if it's not you that feels that way, it might be your partner or whoever's in the situation, because someone is about to blow their damn top. I mean, I'm like boiling right now and I'm actually sweating, and it's kind of weird because my room is freezing, so I don't know why the hell I'm so hot all of a sudden. Can we get some advice for my Geminis in this situation? Focus upon divine and perfect health. So this is like, you also need to release your emotions, because you can't keep holding all this in, because when you get that stressed out, stress can friggin' cause so many health problems. It raises cortisol levels and all that to the point where, I mean, you could have a heart attack, you could develop heart disease, panic attacks, you know, massive headaches, you know, just being tired, you know, your energy being depleted, snapping at the wrong people, being overly emotional. You know, there's so many reasons why you shouldn't hold your feelings in like that. So I really hope that you guys have at least one person that's a good outlet for you, so that you don't feel alone, so that you don't have to suffer through this by yourself. And it's also saying for anyone in the situation who is a heavy drinker or, you know, abusing other substances, whether they're prescribed to them or not, or they're illegal, whatever, you know your situation, you know your person. I don't. I feel that there's someone who is abusing substances of some kind. And if that's the case, it's saying, you know, maybe rehab's a good idea. You need to heal yourself mentally, emotionally. You need to get to the root of the problem of why you're doing this substance in the first place. And if that's not you, Gemini, who's doing it, could be your partner, like I said, vice versa. So whoever is doing it just needs to figure out. They might need therapy to figure this out too. But there is something from their past that is making them turn to these substances to numb the pain, to forget about it, and then it escalates and causes more problems. All right, any more advice? Use your imagination and you will see the answer. This goes back to intuition, which is up here with the High Priestess, and in your gut you know what you need to do. I feel like your guides and your angels, your higher power, whoever you believe in, they're sending you signs and synchronicities and information on how to get out of this situation, and what you need to do for yourself, because you can't save the person you're with. And I feel like some of you might even be staying because there is a health concern with your partner, so you don't want to add to it or something. I don't know what that means. If that's your situation, you'll understand. Can I get one more? Ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. So prayers needed here. I mean, I feel like if you ask, you will be guided. Go forward fearlessly. And then it says under that, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So just have a plan. Have a plan. I feel like you always have a plan, and right now you feel like you don't, like you can't figure things out. Turn this way and really think about what you need and what you want out of any situation, out of work, out of love, just for yourself in general, for you, your children, and that will better guide you on what steps you should take. And ask your friend for help. Ask your friends for guidance, whoever you're talking to. Maybe they have some insights or will say something that will trigger like that aha moment, you know, and you're like, yes, that's it. That's how I'm going to do this. That's how I'm going to get away. It could be like that. So, I mean, I wish you guys the best. And if you guys are in that unhealthy relationship, you know, poor situation, I really hope that you guys can find peace of mind and you know, get out of it. I feel like most of you will. You're starting new, beautiful, beautiful things in your lives. But I am here if you need me, and if you would like a personal reading, please email me and I will give you that information. Like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. And like I said before, if this is not your story and it didn't resonate with you at all, I'm sorry. Maybe next time. You know, my readings do tend to get pretty specific, so, and I can't control what I see, and I just feel like this is definitely a message for someone, if not multiple people. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know what else to say, but I wish you guys the best, and please stay happy and healthy and safe, okay? Love you guys. Bye.